Hello, this tutorial is a tutorial to teach you how to add YorkNet calendars and York School calendars to your Google Calendar, your Gmail calendar. So the first thing you need to do is log in to YorkNet. YorkSchool.com is basically our website, and part of the faculty and staff section over here in the top right hand corner is called YorkNet. So we're going to click on faculty and staff, and we're going to log in using your username and password. If you don't have one, you can always click on need help signing in, put in your email address, and it will send you one, or contact Carolyn's Paris and she will hook you up. So I'm going to log in with my username and password. Once I log into the portal, I'm going to now scroll down to the bottom, but while I'm here I should remind you that basically all staff tools are here regarding things that staff need to use on a pretty regular basis, like event setup requests, maintenance requests, assignment calendars, all the athletics pieces, applying for Heads Initiative. These are all here. Moving through, communication toolbox, everything from letterhead to logo. Friday Flash archives are here. Those are handy. Docs you might need, like our policy documents, handbooks, field trip evaluation forms, you name it, it's there. Scrolling to the bottom, however, we see something called subscriptions to school calendars with iCal feeds. These are essentially feeds of the YorkNet calendar. And the YorkNet calendar is what the parents use most often and reflects the most up-to-date calendar of the school. Basically everything is in here in YorkNet, and that's a whole other video. But if you want to pull these things like cycle days or any of these specific calendars into Google, which is where you are most often, you're going to want to go back to the faculty and staff page and scroll down to the bottom here to subscribe to school calendars with iCal feeds. So let's say I want the all-school event calendar, which is basically a calendar that has all the events that everyone is attending. And there aren't that many, but there are things like graduation and concerts and stuff. And let's take that for a moment. So I'm going to click on All School, and you'll see this box opens up and says Feed URL and WebCal URL. You can take either of these if you want. I'll just take the first one, and I'm going to hit a Control A or Command A to select, and then a Control V or Control C or Command C to copy. Now I'm going to go back to my calendar. So I'm in Mail right now, my Gmail, and at the top in the black bar there's Calendar. I'm going to click there. And I am remembering that this is an all-school event calendar. I'm now going to go down to this area here, which says Other Calendars. Click on the little downward arrow and hit Add by URL. I'm essentially taking a feed from another calendar source and bringing it into my Google Calendar. So let's do that. I'm going to hit Add by URL. I'm going to paste that URL in here, and then I'm going to hit Add Calendar. It's going to take a moment, and I'm going to need to scroll down now and look in here for that calendar in this list. It's going to pop up in a second. And if it doesn't pop up right away, I can always hit refresh in my browser to see it kind of pop up. So here's one calendar. I have a number of calendars here, but here's one that seems to be labeled with a whole bunch of jargon. But I can see that it says http://www.yorkschool.com and a whole bunch of other letters. That doesn't mean anything to me and isn't really useful. So let's rename that, knowing that that calendar was from the All School, and I kind of have to remember which one I'm doing as I go through this process. So that was All School. I'll go systematically through. So let's go back to calendars, and let's go to this calendar, and we're going to click on it, the little downward arrow there, and hit Calendar Settings. So in the calendar name here, I can delete the contents of the name, and I can call it All School Events. And if it's a particular calendar I want at the top, I can put an underscore here, and it will rise it because the calendars are sorted alphabetically. Or I can put a 1 in a bracket, anything like that. Just know that they're sorted alphabetically if you want them in an order. because when I hit save, you'll see that all school events are here, but then I have a few calendars with underscores because I like them to be at the top of my list, and that's why they're there. And now that that's there, I can turn a calendar on and off just by clicking on the layer. So let's go and look at another one. So there's junior school cycle days, junior school events, junior school lunch menus, middle school events, middle and senior school cycle days, senior school events, staff events, and York parent events. This one in particular, York parent events, is a handy one because all events across all schools are in there and are pulled in, and the calendar events will have the school that it pertains to in the title. So let's pull that one in. So click on it. This is called York parent events. I'm going to highlight that, copy it, go back to calendars, down here, add by URL, and paste, add the calendar, and I'm going to, there we go, it's popped up nicely there. So there's another one of those wwws. It doesn't seem like it's in English, so I'm going to go to that, calendar settings, rename, York parent events, and hit save. And now if I go forward, I'm in the summer right now, but I'll turn off everything else and just have those on. You can see how they have colors in them. So let's go into the year. Here we go. So I've got some things like Labor Day, that's an all-school event. Classes begin, that's an all-school event. Some of these holidays we put in there, like Rosh Hashanah, and that applies to everybody who is of that faith. But then down here you say York parent events, so there's middle and senior school student, and if I click on that it will tell me a little bit about that evening. So there's the description, it's a student life evening. This one is the tech information evening and everything that's going on in there too. So that is how you bring an event in. And if you have any questions, contact anyone from IT or me. Thank you.